Good afternoon, my friends. I have a little PSA for y'all. Pardon me. Visualization by itself is not going to heal you. I think it's very important that you know that, because brain rewiring programs, most of them have a pretty significant visualization component. And we have a visitor. Say hello to the visitor. And that is something that limbic systems in particular get really, really attached to, especially as meaning like, this is what I need to do to heal. And I can tell you that I have worked with people. I have been a neuroplasticity coach for over 6 years. Not all, but most of my clients started at DNRS or Primal Trust or Gupta, but like visualization was the kind of centerpiece of the program. And I have seen many people who've come to me after doing that for a year or longer, and they were only doing the visualization piece for the most part. They were doing their hour a day, but they weren't really implementing the rest of the program, the other pillars, the other principles of neuroplasticity. And I've heard so many people come to me saying, well, I'm so stuck. I'm not better. I'm getting worse. Nothing's changing. What's going on? Because again, that element of it is just 4% of your 24 hours. It's just one tool that can help you groove new pathways, but it's not going to teach you how to live in those new pathways the rest of the time, the other 96% of your day. So, and I've also seen worked with a lot of people where they use limited rounds or no rounds, and they're moving forward and making progress, implementing all the pillars of neuroplasticity. And visualization is just not something that was really something that worked for them at all or very well. So it's either, maybe it's a small piece, maybe it's not there at all. So the bottom line is, for whatever reason, our brains get very stuck on this idea that I must visualize for an hour a day or I will never recover. Like, that is just such a strong story in limbic systems, and it has no basis in reality. And you deserve to know that from someone who's been working at this with every bit of my strength for many years. That's not it. So it is important. It is helpful. And especially at the beginning, I highly encourage people to do an hour a day, especially if it does generate positive neurochemistry. If you do find it helpful, it's really great, especially for the first 6 months to 2 years. It can be a really important piece of the puzzle, but it is still only one piece of the puzzle. So if you're struggling a lot with it, if it's just never something that's worked for you, even though you've been trying, you've been doing it, or you're afraid to reduce it a little bit in favor of more somatics or more breath work or more something else that's intuitive that's working for you, because you're worried that, if I don't do the full hour, I'm never going to get better. Know that that's not true. Follow your intuition. Again, there is such thing as limbic resistance. Yes, absolutely. And again, it's really helpful at the beginning recovery, but I just want to dislodge this very false idea that is stressing so many people out, that you must visualize for an hour a day for a really long time in order to recover. It's not true. You're free. Go do what works for you. Love you.